Greetings, Earth... Why am I wearing a gray jumpsuit? Because the party was gracious enough to provide me with a gray jumpsuit. I am a proud member of the party, and I must continue to review microphones to ensure that I hold my position as a valuable member of the party. You should know by now, audio is strength, microphones is peace. Huh? The microphone that we're reviewing today is the Earthworks SR314, which is a handheld condenser microphone. If you are interested in this microphone, it will cost you around $700. Like always, I'll throw some links down below. And for this review, I have the microphone connected directly to the 18i20. 48 volts phantom power are turned on. My gain is at around 1245. I will not do any kind of post-processing, but I may boost it in post, so check the doobly-doo to see what I diddly did. And now let's talk about what comes in the box. Nice. First off, you will get a zippered storage and carrying bag. You will, of course, get the microphone, a microphone clip, but no 5/8 to 3/8 inch microphone stand adapter, some documentation, and oh good, a sticker, aka an adhesive marketing device. Then as far as the build quality of this microphone, it happens to be one of the best feeling mics that I have ever reviewed. It does have an all-metal body as well as a metal mesh grill, but the grill is protected behind this steel cutout thing, and the end of the microphone seems to be reinforced and there is very little give to it. The microphone weighs in at 1.5 pounds or 68 grams. As you move around the microphone, there are no buttons, no switches, no nothing. The bottom has an XLR port, and this microphone is made right in the USA. Then as far as specs, this microphone has a cardioid polar pattern, a frequency response of 20 Hz all the way up to 30 kHz, a sensitivity of around -40 dBV, a self-noise of 15 dBA, an impedance of 65 ohms, and a phantom power requirement of 24 to 48 volts. Now I am going to go ahead and move around the 314 to 90 degrees so you can hear the off-axis rejection and coloration. We'll continue around the microphone to 180 degrees. Here's what it sounds like from the rear. Continuing around the microphone to the second 90-degree angle, here is how it sounds. And then we will rotate and end at the front of the microphone. Because this is a handheld microphone, I will pass it back and forth between my hands to see how it does at rejecting handling noise. Now let's go ahead and see how well this microphone does at rejecting plosives. Please bring pizza pronto. Please bring pizza pronto. Please bring pizza pronto. Now I am right on top of the microphone to demonstrate the proximity effect on this thing. About 3 inches away from the microphone with it pointed at the corner of my mouth. About 1 foot away from the microphone. 2 feet away from the microphone. And about 4 feet away from the microphone. Praise be unto the party. Now I am typing on a keyboard with Gatoron blue switches to see how much of my voice versus how much of the keyboard it picks up. And for you elite gamers, now I am typing on the sad W keys. Here is how the microphone sounds in a well-treated room. And here is how the microphone sounds in a completely untreated room. Next, to be a little bit pedantic, I will go ahead and bump the desk to see how much of that it rejects in the provided microphone mount. And I will bump the boom arm. Now, to be as thorough as possible, I will go ahead and tap the body of the microphone to see if there are any kind of resonant frequencies. And although this is not the standard way of holding a microphone, I will go ahead and cup the microphone so you can hear how that affects the tone of the microphone. It does affect it quite a bit, but not terribly. Not the worst thing in the world. There you go. Now to provide some context for this microphone, I want to very briefly give you a comparison between a few other options on the market so you get an idea of how this fits in. Of course, we are going to start on the Earthworks SR314. I am about 6 inches off of this microphone, 48 volts are on, gain set at around 1245, and here is how the audio sounds. And first up, we are on the Shure SM58 because no handheld microphone comparison is complete without the most famous handheld microphone. I am 6 inches off of this thing. I did increase my gain to nearly 100% because it is so quiet. It is a dynamic microphone, but here is how this microphone sounds compared to the Earthworks. Let's jump back to the Earthworks. Unity through strength, strength through audio. We are back on the SR314. Here is how the microphone sounds. Let's jump to another one and compare it to that, which is another stage condenser microphone. Very cool. Now I am on the Lewitt LCT940CM. This is a handheld stage condenser microphone. Same gain setting, same distance, and here is how the audio compares to the Earthworks high definition condenser mic. Guess what? We are back on the SR314, and today's comparison is going to be short because we have one more microphone that we are comparing the SR314 against. Let's jump to that one. And lastly, we are on one of my all-time favorite handheld microphones, the Neumann KMS105. This is another stage handheld condenser microphone, $700. 6 inches off of this thing, gain at 1245 on the 18i20. Check the lower third to see how much I boosted it. And there you go, very brief comparison. But let me know in the comments down below, which of these microphones did you like the best? Earthworks, Shure, Lewitt, or Neumann? Which one did you like? I will review all the mics because the overlords demand it, and I need to be a valuable member of society. Oh, please take pity on me. 1984 overlord people things. Something intelligent, something memorable, something profound, intelligent social commentary, something. Okay. I think it's safe to say that this is one of the most detailed and revealing microphones that I have ever used. And first up, in terms of pros, the detail and the accuracy of this microphone is beautiful. The handling noise rejection was also excellent. The background noise rejection was also very respectable, and the build quality on this thing is absolutely bonkers. It feels like a tank, and it seems to be one of the few microphones that is actually made in the USA. How cool is that? And then in terms of cons, the main issue that I have with this thing is the plosive rejection. It leaves a lot to be desired, especially because on stage, you aren't going to have a pop filter, you're just going to have a windscreen, and I think that's something that could be improved upon. Now, what are my overall thoughts and opinions of this microphone? On the electric guitar, it captured a sound that I am not used to hearing. It just has so much top-end detail that it captures a certain sizzle that I am not used to hearing. The low end was controlled, not muddy, not boomy, and the mids were absolutely beautiful though. Then on the acoustic guitar, it seems to capture every bit of information being put forth from the guitar. The top end is insanely detailed and articulate, and I don't know if I liked it on my guitar. The mids, nice and neutral, the lows, nice and controlled, but it did seem to be a little bit too focused on the top end for my personal liking. Then for singing, the low end was nice and controlled and not overpowering. The mids were open and articulate in a way that I don't think I have heard before, and the top end was accurate and detailed, and it captured exactly how I think my voice sounds. I don't know if that's a good thing for my voice, but that is what the microphone is accomplishing. And lastly, for spoken word, the mid section is what stood out to me the most. Of all the microphones that I compared it against, the mid section sounded the least congested and the most natural and appealing. The top end was also open and airy, but it didn't come across as over boosted. It was just smooth and very revealing. and the low end was nice and recessed and controlled, but not too thin sounding. All around, a very balanced and natural sounding microphone for spoken word, in my opinion. To wrap up, would I recommend the Earthworks SR314? Yes, I would, if you're looking to capture exactly what you're putting the microphone in front of. If you are looking for a singing stage microphone, a podcast microphone, or a streaming microphone that does not hide anything, then 100% I would recommend it, because that is what it does, and it does it exceedingly well. But if you're looking for a microphone with a little bit of color or a little bit of flavor to mask some shortcomings of the sound source you're recording, I don't think I would recommend it, because this thing is accurate to a fault. If you have a bad sound source, you're gonna know that you have a bad sound source. And that is going to wrap up the review of the Earthworks SR314. I want to hear from you in the comments down below. Which of the microphones did you like the best? The SR314, the SM58, the LCT940CM, or the Neumann KMS105? Let me know in the comments down below. If you found this video fun, interesting, or helpful, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you hated it, give me a big ol' thumbs down. Want more videos? Subscribe, logo down beneath me, and don't forget to hit that bell icon. If you want to hang out in the Discord server, podcastage.com/Discord. Follow me on Twitter @Podcastage. And if you want to support the channel and become one of these amazing people over here, you can do so by clicking that join button and joining at the $5 tier or higher. It really does help me continue to bring you these videos. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Microphones is peace. Audio is strength.